Hey, shalom, shalom. This is the brother Ishar from GMS Mississippi Gulf Coast. Before I get started, I'm going to give an infinite honor and glory and praise to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Kodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim that's pushing this truth with our faith, righteousness, and sincerity. To you, I say shalom, all right? And I'm not going to make this too long, but I have a quick testimony and a message as well. It happened yesterday night. So the lesson I did 2 days prior was the title was "We Have to Be Reasonable with the Unreasonable." And it was a pretty good lesson through the Rakak Kodesh. But my point is that the Lord presented something 2 days later after that lesson to me. All right, and I have two jobs. My second job is a part-time, and I deliver, man. I'm a delivery guy. So Jake was at his on his last delivery for his shift ended, and he was heading back. Somebody had their brights on, super bright, man. They cut them on out of nowhere. Cause I think Jake ass was, cause the guy was a Jake. I think he was driving in the dark, man. Some crazy shit, man. And I didn't know, of course, but I had cut my lights on low and back to the auto setting that I had them on. Immediately after passing him, he yelled out the window something. I didn't think nothing. I just ignored it, you know. I got back to my establishment, that I work for. And I just hear a car skirting and driving crazy. It was his car. So in the moment, Jake thought to, talk to the Lord, you know what I'm saying, and really just sit in the car. And he immediately pulled behind my car. And he was walking up, but as he was walking up, it's like I was looking out the side, like he had his hand balled up, like he had like a knife or something. So I immediately opened my door and said, "Hey man, don't get too close to my car." You know what I'm saying? Jake put no thought in the carnal things, but Jake, will protect himself, First and foremost, like I said, I went to the Lord first. But Jake will protect himself if need to, And he got to saying, he feels harassed, this, that, and the other. Like, man, I just did one blink, let your lights was too bright. Jake proceeded to just go on and argue. And I was like, hey, man, I'm just delivering pizza, man. You got it. At this point, he was like an older Jake, around 45, 50. He's just upset. You know what I'm saying? So I'm using knowledge, okay? If I said two goes into knowledge, I'm using knowledge, man, that I have. All right, scriptures tell you, I think it's a rock somewhere, man, to not add, coal to the fire, of a evil man or of a madman, I believe. Lord willing, if I find it, brother find it, put it in there. But at that point, I was trying to, get away from Jake and just, go back into the store and, go and clock out and go home, and Jake got to saying, I got the same thing you have, this, that, and the other. So Jake, was walking to his car. And in the midst, I'm thinking, the older Jake, man, I ain't putting my hands on him, not doing nothing to him. He's just upset. He get to his car, he's like, what? I said, nothing, man, I'm just delivering pizza, man, you got it. Like, man, my bad, man, Yeah, yo bad, man. Ooh. But that soft answer, like this proverb to tell you, that soft answer turning away wrath, man. It could have went somewhere else, Even if it was me doing something to him or him doing something to me, it could have went somewhere else. But like I said in the lesson, back to it, you have to be reasonable with the unreasonable. Why? Because we have this knowledge. Okay, we have this wisdom. And we have to use it, man. Okay? But the fact that my point is the Lord presented a situation 2 days later, the knowledge that I had and gave on that lesson, he made sure that I was applying it, man. You know? I said, oh, okay, good lesson. I'm gonna throw this at you. Let's see. And the message that I have is to make sure you brothers are applying, man. You ain't just talking, man. You really applying, because the Lord it's a lot of exposing going on already, and you don't want to be the one getting exposed, man. Talking a good game, but you ain't living like that, man. You ain't living right. Because once you get exposed, you get sifted, man. Majority of the time, man, people get sifted out this thing, man. You know? So make sure you applying, man, and you really living what you speaking. If you're not living it, then don't bring those scriptures out. Okay? Don't bring it out, man, because the Lord is getting close and closer to that wire. Things are getting tight, and the Lord he's trying everybody, and he's testing everybody frequently now, man, because you have to make sure you're passing, because that hour of temptation is on the rise, brothers. So we have to make sure we're doing everything necessary to be walking in this thing righteously, man. Okay? We can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out, man. You either gonna, like the scriptures say, you're gonna eat at the Lord's table, or you're gonna eat at the table with devils, man. All right? But that was just, a quick testimony. Your brother passed. I passed the test. The water y'all about some outside. Call all y'all about some outside for that. But as well, like I said, man, that's just another milestone, man. A brother done, progressed a little bit in the spirit, and that's a good thing, but I always understand that there's more room to grow, and as well, man, you pass something, and don't get prideful as if you just that guy, man. Because the Lord have been done presented something else to you, and you fail just to humble you. But you got to understand the Lord, like the scripture said, is only going to put so more on you than you can bear. All right. Without making a way to escape. And the Lord made a way for me to escape something that could have been so deadly, so bad, for either side, you know what I'm saying? So, man, just make sure you brothers applying, you doing what's necessary for Yahweh Shai. And with that, I'm going to close out, give it infinite honor and glory and praises. Oh, yeah, another thing. How I understood that it was about that lesson, because I looked up, and I was facing the east, because my car was parked towards the east. And I looked up, and I was like, Lord, man, what's going on? And boom. I thought of the letter. It hit my head. It hit me in the spirit. You have to be reasonable with the unreasonable. The Lord got back with me like, yeah, that's what it is. Just making sure you applying. Yeah, just making sure you're applying what you spoke, But with that, I'm going to close out, give infinite honor and glory and praise to the Most High, the Son, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the Akim, who's pushing this truth, our faith, righteousness, and sincerity. To you, I say shalom.